Senior year has been almost Check.
All right, here you go, Josh. Take those with me. I'll play with them. Trinity, give me the 5 minute cue, okay? We're 5 minutes out.
Like 6:25? I'm on it. Why does the camera?
Check. 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 Check.
welcome. My name is Greg Bull, and I am the principal of Shape American High School. Welcome to the 52nd commencement ceremony. This year, the graduating class is composed of 68 students from 12 different countries represented by the flags in front of the stage. I'd like to welcome our distinguished guests from NATO, who include the national military representatives from Greece, Lieutenant General Kostadinos Katroyanis and his wife. From Latvia, Colonel Gunars Kaulins and his wife. From Croatia, Colonel Mato Matanovic and his wife. And from Canada, Commander David Wakeland. I'd also like to welcome our distinguished guests representing the schools. From the Dodea District West Superintendent's Office, Mr. Michael Leibarger. Our SIS Director, Mr. Jose Petillon and his wife. The Deputy Director, Ms. Laurence Ernaud. Ms. Sarah Doughty, the Belgian school principal. The Shape Complex administrators, Dr. Mario Van Hoekelen from the middle school. Dr. Bernadette Schluter, the principal from the elementary school, and her husband. And our assistant principal at the elementary school, Dr. Karen Jerome. Let's have a round of applause and acknowledge our distinguished guests. I'd like to extend a special welcome to grandparents, siblings, relatives, and friends of our high school seniors, especially those that have traveled so far to be here. Most of all, however, I'd like to welcome the parents of our 68 soon-to-be graduates. Tonight's ceremony is very significant. It marks both an ending and a beginning. The ritual of the commencement will begin with the procession of the faculty as an outward, symbolic sign that these professional educators have led these students through the last 4 years of the 12 academic years required to receive a high school diploma. At the end of the ceremony, the students will process out on their own to symbolize their readiness to transition to the next stage in their lives, empowered with the knowledge and credentials of a secondary education. The academic regalia worn by the faculty this evening is telling of the location, type, and subject of their degree earned. The hood is of a certain length, and the trim is of a certain width to indicate the degree level. The width and length are in direct proportion to bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees. This ceremony is held to honor the graduates, and I am grateful to the faculty who are able to participate in the tradition of this honor. It is the policy of the Department of Defense Education activity that the graduation ceremony at each of our high schools be an occasion which is conducted with dignity and decorum. Your contribution of maintaining an appropriate tone throughout the commencement ceremony will give the students the respect they so deserve for this significant occasion. With that in mind, you are requested to applaud at the appropriate time. Celebratory posters and banners are to be used outside of the auditorium. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to silence your cell phones. Parents, on behalf of the faculty and staff at Shape American High School, we share your pride and joy. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy the follow-up celebrations. Please remain seated during the procession.
and I'm the senior class representative. Will the audience please stand for the presentation of colors of the Shape Jarrow TC Color Guard, and please remain standing for the playing of the Belgian and United States national anthems and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Colors, attention, light. Carry. Colors. Forward. March. Colors. Alt. Reset. March.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Outward. Ace. Post. Post. Colors.
Seniors. Everybody else, you may please be seated. Good evening. Friends, family, distinguished guests, and members of our SHAPE community. My name is Jordan Gallat, and I have had the honor of being this year's senior class president. On behalf of the class of 2019, I would like to thank you all for being here today and every day that got us here. Had it not been for your constant love and support, we would not have made it this far. Like many of my classmates, I've imagined what this day would be like long before my first day of high school. For the more cultured majority of us, it began sometime back in 2008, after watching High School Musical 3 for the first time. Dancing, singing, a championship-winning basketball team, and a picture-perfect prom, and guys as dreamy as Troy Bolton. But on our first days of freshman year, we all quickly realized that the high school from the movies was far from reality. Instead of being this magical Hollywood moment, it was filled with homework, Mr. Johansson's rubrics, and fire drill, fire drill, fire drills. It's been rough. From late nights studying before exams to long runs after prom, we persevered and rose above the challenges. Real high school has thrown our way. In short, we have made it. And although high school hasn't been so Hollywood, this moment, standing on stage, along with the rest of the senior class, feels more magical than even High School Musical. For years, many of us have watched the seniors walk down the aisles and make their way to the stage. We've pictured being a part of it all. How much fun it would be to parade around in our caps and gowns, what we would say in our own 40 words, and how we'd cringe when we heard them play as we walked across the stage. What it would feel like to finally have a diploma, or at least the cover. All of high school, adults have preached about how time flies by so quickly and how much we will miss it when it's over. And during your least favorite class, or that never-ending anti-hazing video, those adults just seem like crazy old people. But during the Powder Puff championship game, or late nights at the pizza bowl with friends, they start to seem like they may have a point. After getting to grow up with and getting to know this class, I can honestly say that my time with them has flown by too fast, and I will miss them all when it's over. This year, we have strived to set new precedents, to leave a legacy at SHAPE that will live on long after this ceremony, to create our own traditions, and I think we have done exactly that. Since everyone else is going to talk about this in their speeches, I won't steal their thunder by talking for too much longer, but I will simply say this. Class of 2019, we are trailblazers, and I have no doubt that in the future, we will be nothing less than successful. So before I skip to the part of the program where I wrap up this episode of The Jordan Show, I'd like to give a special thank you to Mrs. DL for being our school mom, even if we weren't always the best behaved, for showing us the importance of resilience and perseverance, for being in our corner every step of the way, for allowing us to grow and make mistakes, and most importantly, keeping me humble through it all. Thank you. And now for a musical performance by Miss Carson Shue.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you'd think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet, flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Street, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they'd understand, but they don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above, out of the sea? Wish I could be part of that world.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Owen, and I am the senior class treasurer. Catherine Kacher and Carson Shuey have been in a unique position during their time at Shape American High School. Both girls have challenged themselves academically and have displayed hard work in all that they do. Due to both students' commitment to academic excellence throughout the entirety of their academic career, both Katie and Carson have maintained stellar and extremely close grade point averages. Instead of accepting this as an unfortunate circumstance, Katie and Carson have approached the administration with an alternative solution. It is my honor to introduce and congratulate Shape American High School's 2019 salutatorians, Katie Kacher and Carson Shuey.
Thank you, John, for your kind remarks, and thank you, Mr. Bull, for giving us this opportunity. Just last week, we found ourselves sitting in the principal's office proposing the idea of being recognized as co-salutatorians.
We knew what we were asking was unconventional. However, we felt that it was more important for us to stay true to our values rather than to conform to unnecessary competition.
Through this experience, we have learned that working towards a common goal and embracing our differences can be more powerful and more fulfilling than working solely for your own personal benefit.
Today, we find ourselves standing before you with the opportunity to embrace and celebrate all of the graduating students' achievements. This day is about recognizing and appreciating all of the hard work that this class has put not only into high school, but our whole educational journey.
Class of 2019, although we are here to celebrate, as we leave behind high school and enter adulthood, we must recognize the reality of the world we live in. The pursuit of success comes with competition and a desire for status, but putting our ego aside and instead valuing others and the solutions we find together is far more important than any personal benefit we may gain.
We stand before you, united and excited.
But our paths to success were very different.
As many of you know, I like to sing a little bit.
And you guys might sometimes see me on the soccer field.
And while I'm interested in the arts and humanities,
I tend to gravitate towards STEM.
this shows that there is not just one path to success, but many. Moreover, although our qualities may seem polarizing,
Differences, whether between the two of us or apples and oranges, are what makes the world interesting, diverse, and progressive.
furthermore, the ability to work together and accept our differences is essential to the functionality of both Shape American High School and the Shape community as a whole.
From all the different cultural dishes at Shape Fest,
To all the languages heard around our school,
we are reminded almost daily of Shape's capacity to come together despite our many differences. Class of 2019, we're leaving high school.
we're entering the unknown, and though many challenges will await, our community has instilled within us the core values of working together and promoting diversity.
Values essential for both personal and societal success.
Our situation has taught us that competition and conventional solutions are not always the answer.
In the wise words of the greatest movie of our generation,
High School Musical,
we're all
in this together. Congratulations, class of 2019.
And now for a musical performance by Mr. Justin Key.
Yes, sir. Darling, darling, oh, turn the lights back on now. Watching, watching, as the credits all roll down. Crying, crying, you know we're playing to a full house. No heroes, villains, one to blame. While wilted roses fill the stage, and the thrill is gone. Our debut was a masterpiece, but in the end, for you and me, oh, the show, it can't go on. We used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold for the applause, oh, and wave out to the crowd and take our final bow. Oh, it's our time to go, but at least we stole the show. 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 At least we stole the show.
darling, darling. You know that we all sold out, kisses fading, yes. But the band plays on now, we're crying, crying. So let the velvet roll down, down. No heroes, villains, one to blame. While wilted roses fill the stage in the thrill is gone. No, our debut was a masterpiece, but in the end for you and me, oh, the show, it can't go on. We used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold for the applause, yes. And wave out to the crowd and take our final bow. Oh, it's our time to go, but at least we stole the show. 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 We used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold for the applause, yeah. And wave out to the crowd and take our final bow. Oh, it's our time to go, but at least we stole the show.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Kacher, SHAPE Senior Class Vice President. Patty Joyce has challenged himself by taking a multitude of AP classes throughout his high school career. He has achieved the highest cumulative GPA of the class of 2019. Beyond Patty's ever-present intellect and work ethic, his sense of humor, kindness, and humility makes him a wonderful part of our SHAPE High School community. This fall, he'll be attending Carnegie Mellon University. Please welcome our valedictorian, Patty Joyce.
Thank you, Katie. Family, friends, administration, distinguished guests, and of course, class of 2019. I'm going to start off by saying something that we've all probably heard dozens of times here at SHAPE. We live in such a unique environment, and by going to school with kids from other countries, we are exposed to so many different cultures we otherwise would never have experienced. You've probably heard your parents say these things if you ever got upset about the prospect of moving here, or wondered why you couldn't just live in your home country. And if you hadn't heard it from them, I'm sure you've all heard it at least once from some guest speaker at some event while you've been here on SHAPE. I'm not saying any of that isn't true. Life here at SHAPE is definitely unique, and I don't doubt that living here has made us all better citizens of the world and all that. But we can't pretend that we all absolutely love everything about SHAPE. I'm sure I wasn't the only one who didn't want to leave all my friends in the US, and I'm not the only one really looking forward to just being able to order food in a restaurant easily again. Over the 2 years I've been here, I've probably heard half of you guys complain about SHAPE. And admittedly, I've done it too. It's easy to complain about this place. I mean, we can't act like there's nothing to complain about. There's literally asbestos in the gym. But most of us that have lived here for a year or two
have learned to overlook the negatives and enjoy it for what it is. The kids who spend months whining about living in Europe and complaining about how much better their lives were in their home countries tend to have less fun with their limited time in high school than those who are comfortable going with the flow. As long as you maintain a positive attitude about your situation and resist that urge to complain about the things that you have no control over, I believe each and every one of us will lead a successful and fulfilling life in anything we do. I know plenty of us still don't know where we're going next year, and a lot of us aren't sure if the places we plan on going are where we really want to end up. But wherever any of you end up, I want you to remember to make the most of it. Whenever you feel like complaining, stop to consider everything you have to be happy about. A little positivity can take you far in life. Good luck, class of 2019. And now for a musical performance by Miss Ellen Greenfield and Miss Carson Shuey.
I'm out. Will she love me? I'm still seeing honey sweet. You shout, don't you leave me. Don't you leave this incomplete. I wanna know if this road belongs to my eyes and only mine. Then I go back and show my love a heart attack. I'm told I should have known. No more nights alone, so cold. Let's go back to sweet. Honey sweet, I'm out. I heard a heavy creak behind my window. Honey sweet, there's no doubt you'd still love me. You'd still love this incomplete. I wanna know if this road belongs to my eyes and only mine. Then I go back and show my love a heart attack. I'm told I should have known. No more nights alone, so cold. Let's go back to sweet. Honey sweet, teardrop stain dries in thunder. Autumn pain changed my number. I've seen you do about it. Talked about rebounding. Then I go back and show my love a heart attack. I'm told I should have known. No more nights alone, so cold. Let's go back to sweet honey sweet.
Hi everyone, my name is Naomi Carreras and I will be reading a poem, My Mother's Garden. My mother kept a garden of the heart. She planted all the good things that gave my life its start. She turned me to the sunshine and encouraged me to dream, fostering and nurturing the seeds of self-esteem. And when the winds came and rain came, she protected me enough, but not too much, because she knew I need to stand up strong and tough. Her constant good example always taught me right from wrong, markers for my pathway that will last a lifetime long. I am my mother's garden. I am her legacy. And I hope today she feels the love reflected back from me.
Seniors. attended New Trier High School in Winnetka, Illinois, and the University of Missouri in Columbia, Missouri. Additional education assignments and achievements include the Defense Language Institute, Monterey, California, the Naval Postgraduate School, Monterey, California, and the RAND Corporation in Santa Monica, California. Following college, he joined the United States Navy and attended basic underwater demolition SEAL training. His career included a variety of assignments, both in the United States and abroad. In 2008, he was assigned to the NATO Special Operations Coordination Center and was responsible for the establishment of the NATO Special Operations School. In 2015, Captain Emmert transitioned out of uniform and returned to the SHAPE community. Working as a Department of the Army civilian at the NATO Special Operations Headquarters, he and his wife Michelle have 2 sons, John and Christopher. John is graduating from the SHAPE American High School this year. Mr. Emmert, will you please come to the podium?
Good evening. Special welcome and thanks to the parents in the crowd, distinguished guests. I want to take a moment to thank all the folks that have supported the event besides just the center of attention here. The national representatives who displayed their colors when they came in, the band, choir, and the individual musical performances. We take a lot of these things for granted, especially the parading of the colors when they come in because of the community that we happen to be in. But I hope we don't lose track of how important those things are to everybody and ever fail to render proper respect for that. So thank you. This is the last event of the last day of the last week of their last year of high school. Congratulations, men and women of class 2019. In what I hope is just a few more minutes and a few short steps across the stage, they will be thrust into the modern world no longer as students, no longer as young adults, but full-fledged adults that will be ready to navigate the world before them. And I hope we send them off appropriately. As they say, this is not graduation, it is commencement, because to me, although they've done a bunch of wonderful things that you have heard about this evening, I really don't want to talk about what they've accomplished. I'm really more concerned about illuminating where they're going to go and some of the things that they're going to have to contend with. And after listening to their comments tonight, I know they are extremely well prepared and well focused. There was 2 people I left out to thank, and that was Miss DL, who is the senior class sponsor, and also Mr. Roth, who is running things in the back. And I'm very appreciative of them yesterday for walking us through our paces during the rehearsal, because that was about 3.5 hours well spent, and hopefully we won't have things drawn on quite 3.5 hours this evening. But my thanks to them for keeping us in line, and I hope it's paid off. I want to specifically thank some of the non-students who are here in a bit more detail. And these are the teachers, the educators, the coaches, the mentors, the parents, the volunteers, and the close family members that have made the journey to be with us here. As glad as they are on the stage to be graduating, I can assure you nobody is happier that they're graduating than perhaps we are, because it's time for them to go out and spread their wings. So therefore, why don't you give these folks out here a hand for their support over the last few years. Specifically for some of the parents, if you're like our family, it's been difficult to get the attention of our graduate the last few months. It seems whether it's college applications or life choices or a pending move or consulting some of his other friends, it's been hard to get their attention because they just seem so busy, and then their hand goes up and there's this square device there that seems to be the source of all knowledge. And if they could have them with them in front of them now, I know they would, but they can't, and so that's nice. But it almost seems like we're held hostage as parents because of all this outside stimulus that is affecting our kids. And so what I wanted to ask you now is, the tables are turned a little bit, and so they're not going anywhere until we're done with them. And so if there's something you would like to say to your kid, or a note you want to pass me, an issue you want to resolve, we can do that now and get it over with. So maybe not. That would stand in the way of keeping this as short as possible. So I do want to respect everybody's consideration of time and not draw this out too long. But back to the students. You're stepping out into new territory. And what I hope to do tonight is just provide a few comments that might help you adjust your mindset, maybe a couple observations, how to derive some meaning as you move forward. And actually, I want to make a couple of requests from you, because it's not just about, as I said, highlighting what you've done. You are going to step forward, and I think we should ask a few things of you as you get ready to move forward, and that I hope to do. You're beginning a very interesting period of time in your life where you will have the opportunity really to define yourself. And I think that's part and parcel of the environment you've grown up in here. I was really happy to learn, as I heard just a while ago from the valedictorian and a couple of others, that you understand and appreciate the SHAPE environment. Things here at Supreme Headquarters Allied Powers Europe are a bit different than if you were growing up in your hometown. And I really hope you take the time to recognize, appreciate, and leverage that experience as you move forward. Your senior season, as you call it, and the motto on the SHAPE yearbook this year is like no other. And I can tell you that there is no other environment for a young man or woman who is coming of age than to be bombarded with the stimulus that you get here in this type of environment. If you've been watching the news this week, you'll know that 75 years ago yesterday was a movement by the Allies to begin the final stage which closed out World War II. And then 5 years after that, in 1949, by signing the Washington Treaty, NATO was formed. And today, NATO is 29 nations strong who are signed allies to the Washington Treaty. There are numerous non-NATO nations, Partnership for Peace nations, allies, partners, other consortiums of nations that are concerned about the welfare of the civilized world and are willing to do things in order to make it better. You've been living and you've been educated in a context defined by the most successful multinational alliance in the modern world. The Secretary General's comments are instructive in April when NATO turned 70 years old about the fact that we may have our individual differences of opinion as individuals and as nations. But what we never do is sacrifice our founding and guiding principles. Those always guide us, and we will never waver from our commitment to them. I ask you to keep that in mind as you move forward and decide how you're going to approach the world. You've been surrounded by people who have made a conscious decision to put the welfare, safety, and betterment of society above their own personal interests and advancement. And whether that is people in uniform, or those that are civil servants, or educators, mentors, coaches, those folks, they don't define success so much by what they do. They define success by what those around them achieve, by those who they help, what they achieve, and how they're able to perform. It's the same for those in uniform. They're serving an ideal, and all of us here in the SHAPE community serve the ideal of self-governance. Pretty important, and it's pretty powerful that this has withstood 70 years. Something else that's been in the news recently, it's one of my favorite quotes. It's Sir Edmund Burke, who was an Irish statesman, and he was quoted as saying, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." And today, of course, we would say good men and women. We would modernize that statement. And the men and women for you all in this auditorium today have absolutely done something, have not stood by and let things happen. They have been active, they have committed themselves, and we are all better for it. You're the product of an incredibly rare context. I think it's one perhaps you might not fully appreciate tonight, but I hope with time and reflection that you will come to appreciate it, even though that may come from one of the old crazy people who just gets up here and talks about these things. So please keep that in mind. As we transition now to talking about what lays ahead, you're entering probably the next 10 years of your life into really the defining years. You have to decide for yourself how you're going to navigate that. You have to decide what place you're going to fill in the larger world. What are you going to stand for as a citizen and as a responsible member of the world? How will you behave? Are you going to behave passively? Are you going to be proactive? Are you going to act responsibly? And what will you be willing to risk to achieve your goals? You've probably seen bits and pieces of this in your student body. You've seen it in your classmates, and you've probably seen it in some of your role models here. And I see three levels of observation as somewhat of a student of the human condition. And in some organizations, you have folks that understand what a standard is, and they meet it. Maybe they don't see the need to do any more. They certainly do what is expected of them. They behave appropriately, but that's okay. They kind of go with the flow. As you graduate to the next level, you have individuals that decide, I'm not quite happy enough with the basic minimum, and I'm going to make an effort to do better. And when you start to see that sentiment build, and you start to see an organization do better and perform better because individuals are making a conscious and deliberate decision that the basic requirement isn't good enough, I want to do better, then you're really starting to get onto something. The third level, I think, is when you really begin to see what we're talking about with things like the group here in the audience. And that's when not only do you make a conscious decision to make things better, but you look around you and you identify those other people that got the potential to do better, and you reach back and you pull them along with you. That is where you truly develop incredible cultures that don't look back and achieve tremendous things. And as I said, most of the people in this room fall squarely into that category by virtue of the paths that they've chosen in life. Whether they are teachers and educators, whether they're still in uniform, whether they're civil servants, coaches, first responders, volunteers, mentors, even some of your class leaders. If they didn't take the time to look back and pull somebody else along with them and encourage them to do better, where would we all be? So thank you very much for doing that, all of you in the audience. For you, I don't want you to forget how important that can be. And it can be the most trivial comment, seemingly, or it can be something more profound. I will never forget, in my own case, the words of Gunnery Sergeant Leon Cargill. And I remember I was ready to quit something one day, and he looked at me and he just said, Emmert, any excuse will do. And those words haunt me to this day, because when the chips are down and I think, I'm not so sure about this, there is Leon Cargill standing over me saying, Emmert, it's easy. If you want an excuse, it's there. Any excuse will do. Those words obviously meant a lot to me. And when you have an opportunity to interact with other folks, and you're getting to the point, even at your age, whether it is with younger folks to offer encouragement, how to throw a curveball, how to do a math problem, those are things that are important, and you may not understand how profoundly they can affect somebody. So think about that. As you get ready to navigate these few next steps, this is where you're going to be forced to make some choices, and this is where I have a request of you. Just like the folks in the audience there, I would like you sometime in the first 10 years that you leave high school, whether it's college, whether it is a career field, whether it's a gap year, whether it's something, a volunteer, I'm not sure. But I would like you to pursue a circumstance where your success is not defined by your individual self-achievement. I want you to find a circumstance where you measure your success by how well others do, how well others perform that you are working with day in and day out, where you affect their performance. Be a mentor, be a coach. If you can do that, I guarantee you the result will be the best citizens the world's ever seen. And right now, the world needs better citizens. Finally, I said I would make this short. A few notes about contending with the modern world. It seems a complicated, sometimes absolutely crazy and complex environment, but you have been well prepared. The analytical and critical thinking skills that you've been taught here put you in good stead for beginning that journey. But I caution you, Please don't outsource, crowdsource, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat your life's major decisions. You're here because of what's between your ears. Use it. You've been given the skills to use it. Exercise it. It's just like a muscle. If you don't use it, it will atrophy. Make your educators, your parents, your mentors proud by using your brain matter to make good decisions. Resolutely pursue objectivity by fully understanding the context of the issues that you're looking into. Don't take a position or offer an ill-informed opinion. Find a way to enjoy things that are not defined by binary code, machine learning, artificial intelligence, or as I said, social media. Find joy in doing some of the simple things in life. Reading a classic piece of literature, enjoying or better yet, learning to play a beautiful piece of music, taking your dog for a walk, watching a game of well-played baseball, or developing a skill that reflects your creativity. Put the phone and digital devices away, get offline, and enjoy at least some elements of a simpler world when and where you can. The reality of everything else will emerge far too soon and with alarming frequency. So, my commitment to make it short, class of 2019, I'll take some license. On behalf of your teachers, coaches, parents, and supporting cast, you're now delivered into the world with our best wishes and our expectation that you will define yourselves accordingly and become the responsible global citizens so badly needed in the 21st century. Thank you for your time, and best of luck to each of you.
I know you just sat down, Mr. Emmert, but from the class of 2019, we have a gift for you, so if you come back up.
Is it a hearing aid?
So a big thank you to Mr. Emmert, and now for a musical performance by the senior choir.
They changed it.
transition into the declaration of the graduation. First, I would like to say thank you. Thank you, Captain Emmer. Thank you to our student speakers and our musicians, and to Mr. Sand. Thank you to Ms. Yamamoto for your work with the seniors and their transcripts. And thank you to Ms. Delamarta for your work with the seniors and the sponsorship of this graduation and arranging tonight's ceremony. Thank you to Mr. John Rodriguez and his wife for helping to set up in the lobby. Mr. Jonathan Hennis for helping to make sure everything was in place. Thank you to Mr. Roth, who's helping with the sound equipment and also with getting us in step. Thank you to Ms. Ryan, our assistant principal, for all that you do. I'd like to recognize our retiring and our transitioning staff. Ms. Yamamoto and Coach Craig Apperman, we wish you well in your retirement. Chef Paul Burns and Miss Minnie Delamarta, we wish you well in your transition. And Mr. Sand, we wish you well as well. You've all been a part of the work with these graduates, and we thank you for your part that you've taken in this journey. Class of 2019, it's been an honor and a pleasure to be your principal during this year. You have so many gifts and talents, and I'm grateful to your commitment to excellence in all we do. I hope that you realize that your parents and the staff of Shape High School have worked together to provide all of you with the tools that are necessary for success and happiness. As the principal of Shape American High School, I have reviewed the transcripts of each and every one of these students. By the authority vested in me by the Department of Defense Education Activity, on behalf of the DODEA Director, Mr. Thomas Brady, the DODEA Europe Director, Dr. Dell McMullen, and the DODEA West District Superintendent, Mr. Kent Wolford, I certify that you all have met the requirements necessary for graduation. Audience and upcoming graduates, please do not shout out nor applaud when names are read or when students walk across the front of the stage to receive their diploma. We all want to hear the messages that the students have recorded with their 40 words. There will be a time for applause when each row has completed the cycle of receiving diplomas and has returned to their seats. I will give you a motion signal. I thank you in advance for modeling this behavior. We will now move to the awarding of diplomas portion of the program.
Seniors. Patrick Joyce.
Senior year has been almost as fun as it was stressful. I'll never forget the amazing people I've met here. Thanks to all the students and faculty who made this year great, and to my mom and dad for always supporting me.
Thank you to
Carson Shui.
Thank you, Mom, Dad, and friends for always supporting me. I love you all.
Catherine Beecher.
Thank you to my friends and family for all the support. Special shout out to my twin Jen, who graduated first even though I was born first. Love you guys.
Thank you to everyone who's helped me to get onto this stage today. My family for raising me and making our home warm and loud. My teachers for helping me find the things I'm passionate about. And my friends for making it fun.
Naomi Carreras.
I'd like to thank my mom, dad, and Tigalo for supporting me and believing in me even when I didn't. I love you guys.
Isaac Appleman.
I'm so happy to have made it to this point in my life, but I wouldn't have been able to do it if it weren't for my friends and family. I especially want to thank my parents. I love you.
Blanca Ayasena.
I am very grateful for everything I have achieved in the past years, but especially I am grateful for my family and how they believed in me in good times and bad times. I would have never been the person I am today without you. From the bottom of my heart, gracias.
I really appreciate the unforgettable memories and new people that I met in my senior year. And most importantly, I'm really grateful to my family and their endless support. Yanımda olan herkese teşekkür ederim.
Thank you to my beautiful mother and my father for teaching me the value of hard work, to my kid brother for being my lifelong doubles partner, finally to my friends for all the laughs. None would be possible without you all. Thank you to my parents, family, and friends who have been there for me through this last year. It's meant a lot to me. Your support and love has kept me going forward.
I would like to thank my family for being supportive and especially my uncle for always being there for me. I would like to thank my teacher for making me my high school experience good.
My time here made my existence feel less awkward and mundane. Being able to spend my final days here, meeting different people from different parts of the world and befriending them makes me feel alive. And I thank everyone who's helped me through my journey.
Thank you to all the teachers that have supported me throughout the years. Here are my final words to you. Auf Wiedersehen.
I would like to thank my family, friends, and teachers for a wonderful time here on SHAPE.
Hey mommy, I love you so much, and without you, I don't know where I'd be. Terrell, hey old man, thank you for loving me unconditionally. I love you back. Mimi, Madge, Bean, Rara, and Kaden, I love you guys to the moon and back.
I would like to take this time to thank my mother, father, friends, and most of all, my dog Floyd, for supporting me and getting me through my final year of high school.
Mama, we made it.
Senior year at SHAPE was amazing. I am very grateful to have such a diverse group of friends that helped guide me through. I also want to thank my mom. You are my rock. I love you dearly.
Anthony Gordon.
High school was a cool experience. I'd like to thank SHAPE for the countless unforgettable memories. I'd also like to thank my friends and family for supporting me and helping me grow as a person.
Let's have a round of applause for these graduates. Seniors. Ellen Greenfield.
Thanks Mom, Dad, and Sydney for giving me unconditional support. Shout out to Madam Holt for all the apples over the course of 4 years. See you later, SHAPE. I can't wait to see what college has in store for me. Mom, I'll never forget the love and support you've given me over these years. Dad, thank you for making me laugh and always believing in me. Thank you for being the best parents ever. I love you all so much.
Maria Herreras. Christine Aragon.
Sam, JJ, this final year with you guys has been the best and I couldn't have made it without you. Thanks Mom and Dad for your support during the year and helping me to a better future. Love you.
Vincenzo Yoder.
Thank you to my family, my friend, and my teachers. I appreciate all the support that my friend and my teachers give to me from day one, and the coaches for always trying to help me to do my best.
Thank you to God and my family. These years, which sometimes seem the longest of my life, turned out not to be so bad. Always believe in yourself. I'm walking proof.
Seniors, you've given me so many happy memories. I'm thankful for the family we've become. Mom and Dad, thank you for showing me the world. Everything I accomplish will be because you told me it was possible. I love you.
I want to thank my family and friends who've loved and supported me along the way. I'm excited for what's to come and can't wait to bring all the experiences and relationships with me as I enter this new chapter.
I would like to say thanks to my parents for being there for me when I needed them. This was a wonderful experience and I'm grateful for it. Mama, tata, hvala vam.
I would like to thank my family for all the support and my friends for keeping things interesting. I'd also like to wish Genevieve good luck as an honorary only child. Love you all.
My senior year in a nutshell was very hectic, from starting my senior year in another school to losing my phones constantly. But I've had the most entertaining school year of my life, and I'm happy to graduate with old and new friends. Mom and Dad, I thank you and I love you, and Jeremy, I love you.
I want to thank my parents for supporting me throughout my life and helping me to get through high school. I also want to thank all my friends for the good times. Finally, thank you to all my coaches and the wrestling team.
Being on shape for the past 3 years has been a great experience and I really enjoyed it. I want to thank my parents, friends, and teachers for supporting me.
This senior year has been a fun year. It was difficult from time to time, but I was able to get through. Most importantly, thanks to all my friends for the great memories.
I'm glad to have shared this time of my life with my friends. I want to thank my parents for supporting and believing in me. I can't wait to attend UCF and attain my master's in management.
My name is Dimitrios and I am from Greece. I would like to thank my parents and friends for my experience in SHAPE. I will hold these memories close to my heart forever.
I have been waiting for this moment for a very long time. Finally, I'm here now, a little bit scared, but also very excited, and happy that from now I can finally sleep till noon.
High school has been a wild ride. I am thankful for the opportunity to have gone to school in such a diverse place, and I'd like to thank my friends, family, and teachers for helping me through it all.
Being a student at SHAPE has been very exciting, especially on the weekends. I would like to thank my friends and family for helping me through this quick process.
I want to say thanks to all my friends and teachers who always believed in me. Grazie mamma e papà per avermi dato l'opportunità di vivere questa esperienza e grazie Mattia per essermi sempre stato vicino.
I want to thank my parents for giving me the strength and courage to pursue my goals, and my friends and fellow seniors for all the adventures. I will always cherish the memories I've made and the people I've met.
I would like to say thank you to the people who have helped guide me through this challenging part of my life.
I want to thank my teachers for helping me get through high school. I want to thank my siblings for annoying me until now, but especially I would like to thank my parents for always having my back.
My senior year was eventful and exciting. I want to thank my family and friends for the wonderful memories and helping me through hard times. Let's dip dip.
To my family, those whom I call my family, and my friends, thank you. We've all been there, good times and bad. And to any coaches here, sports are my escape and a passion. I know you've had a great impact on my life.
I had a good time in the 1 year I've been here, but I can't say I'll miss high school. Auburn University is where I'm going next.
I want to thank everyone that helped me, inspired me, and made me a better person. With all the experience, knowledge, and confidence gained during my 3-year episode at SHAPE, I'm ready to start a new chapter in life.
This has been an amazing senior year, and I can't believe it's coming to an end. I couldn't be more thankful to my friends and family for helping me get to where I am today. Jesteście wspaniali.
I want to thank all the teachers who helped me, and especially want to thank my mom, my dad, and the rest of my family around the world for all their support and patience through my journey.
I would like to thank my family and friends for making this the best year of high school. Senior year was definitely my favorite year. I plan to become a pediatric nurse and attend the University of South Florida.
It's been a great last year of high school. I will definitely miss SHAPE when I move back to North Carolina. I would like to thank my parents for pushing me through my senioritis, and farewell SHAPE.
Even though I moved to a new place for graduation, my SHAPE learning experience was far superior in every way. Thank you to my father for providing the opportunity.
Even though I'm hard-headed and a brat sometimes, okay, maybe all the time, I would like to thank my parents for being my #1 fans and showing me their love and support. This concludes my TED Talk.
I would like to thank my family for always being so supportive in everything I do. I would also like to thank my teachers for making my high school experience memorable. I've worked hard to get here, and I'm grateful for every moment. I couldn't have made it without my parents, my sister, and my friends. Because of them, I'm ready for what comes next.
I want to thank all the people who helped me achieve my goals during these 3 years of high school. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to study and live at SHAPE. It has been the best time of my life.
The time in SHAPE was very special to me. It was a great challenge for me, and I'm very thankful for all the help I received from everyone. Thank you, my fellow students. Thank you, my teachers. Dziękuję, mamo. Dziękuję, tato. Dziękuję, Klaudia, Kajtuś i Kiciu.
Senior year was a good start for me to start my future jobs and my future life. I will use the military and YouTube to make this world a better and more entertaining place.
I just want to thank my family and friends for being there throughout my high school career. Mom, Dad, and Alexia, vi voglio un mondo di bene. Baci.
I'd like to thank my friends and family who were always by my side and supporting me. I could never have done it without you. Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ.
It's been a wonderful, exhausting, but exciting journey, and I'm glad to announce I made it. Couldn't have done it without my phenomenal parents standing by my side. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad. I love you both more than anything.
I would like to thank my family, teachers, coaches, and friends for supporting me during these years and for giving me the opportunity to be a better student and person.
Is it actually over? Time flies so fast. I want to thank my family for helping me become a better version of myself, but I also thank all the people I met. I'm grateful for my time here. We made it.
Mom, Dad, thank you for everything. You have been amazing, my fiercest supporters. You've been there for all the funny moments, happy memories, and cool trips. I could not have done any of it without you guys. I love you guys.
I can't believe my dream of going to high school in Europe came true. Mom, Dad, thank you for being the biggest supporters of all my dreams. I know I can accomplish anything with hard work and determination. Mama, thank you for loving me eternally. Papa, thank you for always watching over me. I love you all.
I would like to thank my parents and friends for my wonderful time here at SHAPE. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for your unconditional love through the good times and not so good times.
I'm beyond thankful that I have an opportunity to share this incredible moment with the people I truly love, my dear teachers, friends, and family. I would like to say thank you for your support and believing in me. Without you, I wouldn't make it. Kocham was.
I want to thank my family and my teachers for always supporting me and for helping me grow. Thank you, SHAPE, for all of the memories.
Seniors. To mark this moment in ceremony and tradition, I will ask these candidates to participate in the turning of the tassel. The movement of the tassel from one side of the graduation cap to the other symbolizes a student's completion of schooling or the transition from candidate to graduate. Protocol dictates that the tassel be worn on the right side of one's cap at commencement and then, during the ceremony, move to the left.